Okay, I'm super excited for this one. We just got a new shipment,
What's in the box?
and it's going to be a fun little project. This is going to be a multi um, episode. We're going to go through this project and um, kind of go down the journey here. So, quick shout out to Matt at Solo Satoshi for sending us this today to go through and do a review, unboxing, and just overall experience. As a reminder, every YouTube video that we put out is supported by our real estate business, yorkteamrealestate.com. And no matter if you're anywhere in the US, pretty much anywhere in the world, we can help you. If you're buying your first home, won't need to sell your home, while we are licensed in Washington State, we have partnerships all over the globe. So do reach out. So we're going to unbox this package. Big secret surprise. Um, and yeah, let's dig into it. Ooh, I bet that that's a Bitaxe. Wait, a power cord with just a pigtail? Another one, pigtail? Stand. I think that's a stand. I think that's everything that's in there. So, like I said, we're going to go through kind of an evolution of this product together. Um, again, Solo Satoshi, made in the USA, shipped from Texas. Great group. And I had a great conversation with Matt and learned a lot more about kind of the Solo chip, the one CPU, one vote methodology behind the Bitcoin blockchain. And yeah, probably changed my perspective on things a little bit. So check them out, Solo Satoshi. Our link is in the description below, along with our affiliate link. If you do buy a Bitaxe, you will find that Solo Satoshi is going to be always one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive, and you're buying it from a US company, not from some company in China, and you'll get it in a couple of days. I think right now they're like $109. We'll put that up on the screen here just to see, as well as the QR code, which will take you there. Please do use our affiliate link. And I believe we do have a discount code of bogeys for you. I'll verify that. So you can save some money above and beyond what their already low prices. And we got some fun stickers. I almost am tempted to put them on my, I wouldn't, Rob Gendler beautiful image of M31 Andromeda Galaxy. Took that through telescopes that I sold them and CCD cameras. So you can put this, if you want the anarchy symbol, on your fan. Of course, there's Solo Satoshi S. So what do we have here? I think we've got a base, a stand for the mount. Yep, little 3D printed stand with a cord holder. That's cool. Yep, and then there's the back plate that holds the Bitaxe in it. So we'll get the Bitaxe into it. Oh, that's what's in here is a Bitaxe. And the static bag. Oops, a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight because it has the new and improved heatsink. So you may notice on this one that we have the dual Noctua fans. Yeah, I just screwed that through there. Um, and it has that ice tower. That's a Raspberry Pi cooler on the chip. And this is the new 602. So again, we're going to kind of go through and Frankenstein this thing up over time. But today we'll get it going with that power supply because in an upcoming episode, we're going to benchmark this. We're going to use the other thing that was in the box, which is the Meanwell power supply. Why we have this is when we get into overclocking and really pressing these guys, that one's actually kind of warm right now, it's 70 degrees. We need more power. So the Meanwell will provide that additional power that the standard brick, it's not really a brick, but the power core that comes with the standard Bitaxe just can't supply the power that we would need to really perk this guy up. So, for example, right now I have this one, and I'll put it up on the screen so we can see it. I have it running. I have it running at around 1.2 terahash, and it's right now at 70 degrees, so I do need to turn that down a little bit. But if I had a better power supply and a better cooling unit, then I could give it more power and then it would hash faster. So we're going to target 2 terahash on this guy without anything but the stock fan and cooler. That's actually a 602 board as well, PCB, printed circuit board. There's so many acronyms in this. So if I rattle them off, I'm going to try and give you what the actual meaning is. So we have the fan controller here, another fan controller there. And this is the back of the ASIC chip there. And over time, we're actually going to take this off. We're going to do a thermal paste reapplication, see how that affects things. This is going to be our test bed. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and fire this guy up, and we'll get on the computer and um, go through the setup process. One thing I did want to point out is the Noctua fan. It's very quiet. All right, so now we see that the Bitaxe is giving us a Wi-Fi signal. So we'll go to our computer and we're going to look for, oh, there it is. Phew, holy cow. Once we connect to it, we get this screen. We're going to call this one Matt. And we're going to put it on my Wi-Fi, York 2, or no, York. Then I'm going to put my Wi-Fi password in. All right, so there's our IP address, 172.16.0.56, and we'll get into that on the computer. So there we can see we're already up and hashing. Okay, how are we hashing? We haven't put in we've already done 21 shares. We want to go to the pool really post haste because right now we're actually mining to public pool for this address. We don't know who that is. I'm going to guess it's Solo Satoshi's address, but we mine at via BTC. So we'll go there. Via BTC is a little bit different because you mine to a username instead of a wallet address. If you were to mine to with like public pool or CK pool or a lot of other ones where there's no KYC, know your customer. If you're on public pool, there'd be no fee. If you're on Solo CK, there's a fee. VBTC, there's a fee. A variety of reasons why I stick with via BTC, but there you go. There's my username there, Ray York. So we're going to go in and, oh, I forgot to get this part. Let's go to the dashboard. And most miners, you'd copy this whole thing, but with this part, we're going to do smart mining. But with your Bitaxe, you just grab that part, not all the stratum and TCP stuff. And that one is port 3333. Yep. 3333. And we're going to name this Ray York because that's my account with Via BTC. And we are going to call this Matt. Yeah, call it Matt. Matt Satoshi. And we're just going to do an X. There's a whole lot of other reasons and things why you would put something other than that there, but we'll just leave it at X for right now. So we're going to save it. And that way we are already hashing to our, well, we will be hashing to our own account. Now, it takes a little while for that to show up on your pool, but we can see we're chugging along already pretty good. I mean, it has to connect. Down here, we can see where we are mining to. Can I move this? I can. Our port, and just verify that our account and the name of our worker is correct. So we'll go over to via BTC, and we're just going to look at our workers. It probably isn't going to be there yet. 4 active workers. I have 2 offline because I use this as a fallover for my nanos that are solo mining fractal Bitcoin. So let's do a couple things. One is we need to update it. If we go to our, not settings, is it settings? It is settings. Okay, the current version of the software is 2.9. I've already downloaded it. It's release check. So once you do the check, then you'll see your current version is 2.6.5 and the latest release is 2.9.0. Then these links go to a place called GitHub, which has the latest files for the Bitaxe. I already have them, so I'm going to go ahead and install them here. We're going to do the www, and that'll go through and update that. And now we'll update the firmware, maybe. The differences in the old web interface and the new web interface is now there's an update over here. So now let's do the firmware. Oh my goodness. There you go. Now it's operating at normal speed, and we'll double check to make sure that it's auto controlling the fan. Okay, let's go to the dashboard. Get my mug out of the way. All right, we are rocking and rolling. We are hashing at right where we should be, around 1 terahash, around 16, 17 watts per hour, and already have 8 shares. Get this back out of the way. A couple of things they updated, which are really great, is now you can see your ping, your latency to the mining pool, which is right there. And by now it should be showing up. Yep, now we have 5 workers. And we have Matt Satoshi right there. So this is a 10-minute average. It has not been running for 10 minutes, so it shows 0, but it's there and it's alive. And if we go to our hashing history here, we can see it just came online right there. So yeah, pretty fun. Okay. You know what's more fun than hashing at stock values is overclocking. So we're going to do a couple things. First is we're going to overclock with the stock PSU, power supply unit. And then we're going to institute the Meanwell power supply. And I have not used one of those yet, so that's going to be kind of fun to dig into that. Okay, so we're gonna go into settings. And you'll notice here, there's just drop downs. So let's go maximum 625. Let's go 1200. And let's save it. Let's see what that does for us. Yeah, you can hear the fan ramped up. Our temperature is pretty good. We're staying under 60. Wow, that heatsink does make a difference. Fan's ramping up a little bit. Now we're up to 1.23 terahash, 1.24, averaging 1.19. So about 1.2 terahash. And yeah, we're just staying right below 60. We go back to our settings. We do have the automatic fan control on. I like automatic fan control. And a few other things that we can adjust here. If we wanted to rotate the screen, we can do that. Sometimes you may want to mount the Bitaxe upside down for some reason, and you want to rotate the screen 180 degrees. You can do that. Display it onto a mirror. You can do that. So let's not do that. And okay, but now here we are. We're maxed out 625, 1200. Let's go to 1250. Let's see what happens. Save. You do not have to restart it when making setting changes. So where we would start to see some challenges with heat on increasing the voltage regulator, the input, the core voltage, is that the voltage regulator can get pretty warm. Now, these are my numbers, what I target for all of my Bitaxes. What you do is up to you. Always do your own research. Not financial advice, all the disclaimers, but one of the great things about these Bitaxes is they're fun to tinker with. And I'll tell you what, I have thought that I've cooked a couple of them and they've come back from the dead, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's around $100, and it has the opportunity to earn you a few $100,000. And we're going to look at that too here in a moment. But let's look here. We're just still kind of chugging along. We're doing really great. I am shocked. I'm shocked at how good this unit is doing, just with stock settings. I almost don't want to mess around with overclocking it, but I can't help myself. So we're going to go up here, we're going to go to settings. There you go. So settings $OC. Now these we can put these to whatever we want. So let's go to kind of the standard. One of my target spots would be 750 frequency. I'm going to leave the core voltage there. Let's go to the dashboard, see what we do. Yeah, there's that fan. Boy, we're running up really good. That's really, really impressive. That heatsink makes all the difference in the world. Wow. Okay, so while we're watching that go, yeah, see the fan's backing off even though we're at 62 degrees. I think if it was sitting at 65, oh, it's up to 100% again. Okay, so let's look at a few things here. Input voltage. The stock power supply I have is bringing exactly 5 volts. The mean well is going to give us a little bit more. And then these are the settings that I have in the settings. If that makes sense. So your frequency is set at 750, and then your ASIC voltage at 1250. I am shocked at how great this guy is doing. For reference, I'm going to put the other one that I had that I bought from a different supplier with the ice tower on it and the Noctuas, and you'll see a pretty dramatic difference. I'll even put it on the same pool just so you can get a good contrast. This is crazy. This is doing 1.63 with a stock fan, and I can push it even further. So let's do that. Settings. Take it to 800. Let's take this to 1275. What happens next? Okay, we're getting pretty warm on the voltage regulator. They can go up to about 100 degrees before they have problems. 90 is okay for me. You make your own choices. What are we doing here? We're doing 65 degrees. That's perfectly fine. 92 is okay. How are we doing on our, let's see, 1.65? Great average. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Good stuff. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to look at here really quick? I have to give this another color. Let's see, what color are we going to give it? Orange is what I have the other one. We'll make it green. Maybe we'll do this one orange with a light background. Yeah, I like that. Man, we're kicking butt. This is great. Great job, Solo Satoshi. What an awesome little unit. My unit with the ice tower cannot do this. It just can't run at this level. 203 shares. Let's see if we're looking at a 10-minute average yet. Workers. Matt Satoshi. So no, we're not. We haven't been on for 10 minutes yet. Um, yeah, we'll have to come back and look at that. Have we hit a block? No, not yet. Sweetness. Okay. Sweet. All right. Let's see. Where else do we want to go here? So the swarm is if you have multiple bit axes on the same network, you'd see them all here. Most of my bit axes are at my office where the temperature is more consistent. So there's Matt. That's this guy. When I am able to power them both on, you'd see them both here under swarm. If you're having some issues, some things that are happening you don't quite understand, one of the cool things is you have this log, and I'm going to show you the cheat code. So let's just pause that really quick. Let's highlight all this. I can't read this. I don't know what in the world it says. But you know who can? ChatGPT. You just paste that right in there. Look at that. Difficulty and share. Well above pool difficulty. You're hitting some strong shares. That's great. I might have to cut this one loose on. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay. So it's probably late in the video to go into this, but Matt has me convinced that in the religion of one CPU, one vote, and we'll probably do we'll do a little podcast with him because I can't possibly articulate it as well as he does. But it's reasonable to expect with a number of bit axes that are out there in the world that we could see bit axes actually hitting blocks much more frequently than they do now. Even the big the big industrial miners that'll do 100 terahash, 200 terahash is really, they just have a lot of chips inside of one container. So when a block gets solved, you can see which miner solved it, and I think you probably could even go down to which chip inside of it solved it. So really, they are one chip solutions. They just have a lot of them in one spot. And if you take that across the entire globe with the number of bit axes that are out there, there's reason to believe that we're going to see more solo blocks mined by Bitaxe and mini miners, especially if they're pulling in this kind of rate. I mean, look at that. We didn't do anything except for overclock this a little bit. We haven't done anything with the fan, the the cooler. I'm going to point out one more thing on the cooler, which I think is important to note. Um, is an upgrade from, it's not an upgrade, it's included in the price from Solo Satoshi, which is incredibly low already, but it performs way better than any other cooler I've had, and I'm blown away by that. And we're working on a stock power supply. See my power supply starting to fail me here a little bit? Should be giving me 5, and it's giving me 4.9 volts. But we're a little bit warm on the voltage regulator. We'll have to see what we can do about that. Okay, cool. I think that's it for today. Thanks for checking it out. Use the affiliate link to buy your Bitaxe. It supports the channel. Save a couple of coin for you. And remember, real estate around the world, primarily in the U.S., but we have partners all over the world that will help you if you're a first-time home buyer, if you're selling your first home, selling your 15th home, and buying your 16th investment property, whatever it may be. Reach out to us. Link is in the description. And yeah, we'll take great care of you, and we'll connect you with partners that we would use ourselves if we were in your state. Thanks a lot again. Thanks for hanging out here. Like, subscribe, all the fun stuff.